What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Vince and I post on this channel every single week about the stock market, about stock trading, about options trading. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff and you want to learn a little bit more about it, then make sure to consider subscribing to the channel. Now, another reason you should consider subscribing to the channel is that I'm currently running a giveaway until I hit 5,000 subscribers for a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. Now, if you're watching this and I haven't hit 5,000 yet, you are still eligible to enter. Make sure to check the details in the description below. Now, one more thing before we get into the main point of this video is that last week I went ahead, took your guys' advice, and started a Discord chat. We have about 150 members in there. I post my trades right when I take them, and I'm there most of the day answering any questions that you guys have. So if you guys want to join a community of other traders, make sure to go ahead, check the link in the description to join the Discord. So as you guys probably know, last week the volatility in the stock market started to pick up again. We had a Dow day that was down 1,800 points. We had some negative coronavirus news. We had the Fed meeting, and we had the VIX that was starting to pump up again. Now that means two things. One, that there's going to be a lot of movement in stocks and options, and two is that there's going to be a lot of traders that lose a lot of money. So if you guys want to stick around, you don't want to lose your whole account or lose a large percentage of it, then I highly recommend you implement a risk management strategy.
Boring!
Now, when you think about options, you probably don't think about risk management because you're attracted by the big shiny numbers, you're attracted by Wall Street bets, the $50,000 days. Now, while that is awesome and while most people want to go ahead and do that, including myself, it is not realistic for most traders. So in honor of last week's volatility and in hopes of helping some of you out there not lose a significant amount of money, in today's video, I want to go over my risk management strategy when it comes to trading options. Hopefully you guys can take something away from this video and implement it into your own trading. Alright guys, so to best illustrate my risk management strategy when it comes to trading options, what we're going to go ahead and do is go onto the charts, I'll pull up an options chain, and then we'll go ahead and build a hypothetical trade. Once we find that trade, we'll go ahead and look at the options chain so that we can find a strike price, a contract that fits into the strategy. So for you guys out there watching, this should go ahead and answer any of the questions of once you find the trade, what contract should I buy? Which contract is within my means, and which is the correct one that fits into this strategy. All right guys, so I got the charts pulled up here. Let's go ahead and dive into this scenario. So what we're looking at is a Boeing 1 hour chart. What we can see is Boeing did a nice run up. It's recently fell and it's retracing back into some previous resistance points. You can see that we've found some support at $170 a share, and it looks like it's starting to find some resistance around $190 a share. We can see this triple top here. So let's go ahead and say that we think Boeing will retrace back to 170 in maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks. So what we would do in this situation is we would buy a put option because we want the stock to go down. So let's go ahead and hypothetically say that our trade here is a Boeing put option with a target price of $170 a share. So let's go ahead and pull up the options chain on Boeing. Well, you can see this is Boeing, this is the options chain. Now, first things first, what expiration date should I choose? Now, for me, my rule of thumb for this strategy is I don't go anything closer than 2 weeks out. So for a shorter term trade, I want to go ahead and get at least 2 weeks of time for this contract. So for me, a July 2nd would probably be my ideal expiration date. If this is a longer term trade, then go ahead and look for maybe a month or 2 months of time on your trade. But if it's a short one, just go ahead and get at least 2 weeks of time. That's my personal preference. That doesn't mean you have to do that, but that is, what I've found success in. So this is a July 2nd, 19 days till expiration on Boeing. Let's go ahead and look at the put option around our price target. So our price target is $170, which means that these contracts would be about $1,000 to $1,100. And if we use a hypothetical $2,000 account size, which is probably the average for some newer traders, then you'll be risking about 50% of your portfolio, which I think in this situation is a way too much risk to take on. So in that last example we just looked at, we were looking at the 170 put on Boeing, which was our target price for the stock that cost us just about $1,000 to execute. Now with a $2,000 account, you'll be exposing yourself in that situation to 50% of your portfolio, which in my personal opinion is way too much risk to put onto the portfolio. Now, some of you may say, well, I'll just go ahead and cut that contract at a $200 loss, which is about a 10% loss in your portfolio, which is a little bit more reasonable. But my response to that is that contract that you just purchased can go down 20% in a matter of minutes. If Boeing was to go against you, those contracts are extremely volatile and will make you lose $200 extremely fast. Now the problem with that is you'll be hitting that $200 loss extremely quick, and you'll be exposing yourself to a ton of emotion. You'll be looking at the chart. Boeing would only move, maybe a few dollars a share in the wrong direction, and you'll still believe that your original plan was going to come true. Boeing might still hit that 170 price target, but the contract just moved against you prematurely, and you'd be forced to decide at that point, do I buy more? Do I sell it? Do I hold on to it? And those are questions that you do not want to ask yourself while you're in that trade. You'll be exposing yourself to a ton of emotion to make that decision. Now, you've probably all been there where you hit that max loss, say that $200 loss that you originally planned. Boeing then go ahead and turns around and goes in your favor of your original trade, hits the price target in the next few days, and you would have made maybe $2,000 or $3,000 on that contract, but you were there stuck with a $200 loss because you took a contract that was too expensive for your portfolio, and you were starting to sweat because you were losing a lot of your value in your portfolio. So instead of exposing yourself to all that emotion, to all that risk in your portfolio, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a strategy that I use that allows me to hold these contracts longer and usually turns out to be much better than buying a contract that is way too expensive for your portfolio. All right, guys, so we're back on the options chain here, and what I want to do is I want to take that 10% loss of their portfolio to $200 and use that as the amount that we're going to spend for the contract that we're going to buy. When you guys buy contracts, it's best to just think about you're going to be totally losing everything. You're only going to spend the amount that you're willing to lose. So in this case, we're willing to lose $200, so that's how much I'm willing to spend on a contract. So if we look through this options chain, what we can see is that I want to target maybe this 130 strike. Now we know that Boeing is not going to get to 130 by July 2nd, but that's not our goal here. We're not trying to get this contract in the money. What we're trying to do is just trade these contracts for them to increase in value and go ahead and get out of the trade. So if we go ahead and get the 130, we're spending maybe $200 to $270. And if the contract goes worthless, we're only losing 10% of our portfolio, which is something that we're comfortable with. It's something we can recover from and something that we can find another trade on another day and recoup those losses. Now, the next thing that's great about this strategy is that you're going to be holding onto these contracts much longer, and you'll be much more comfortable while you're in that trade. So for example, if this contract was to lose 20%, you'll only be down $40. In the previous example, you'd be down $200 and you'd already be hitting your max loss. So if you're down $40, if Boeing goes against you a little bit, you'll still be comfortable. You'll be in your head saying, okay, I'm only down $40. I'm still comfortable with that loss. Let's go ahead and ride this out. Let's see where Boeing will end up. Now, chances are, if in the last example, if Boeing was to then turn around and go in your favor, if Boeing then hits that 170 strike or that 170 price target, you would be very happy with yourself as a trader. You'll get that motivation. You'll feel better. You'll say, okay, it was great that I held on to this. It worked out in my favor. This contract ended up increasing in value. Boeing ended up going to where my original price target was, and your technical analysis would have proved correct. So reviewing the pros of that strategy is you're only going to be exposing your portfolio to a max loss that you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with losing $200 or 10% of your portfolio, that's all you can possibly lose on the contract that you just purchased. And two, because of that, you'll be holding these contracts for an extended period of time, which means that you have a better chance of some things turning around for you if your technical analysis was correct and maybe the stock just prematurely went against you. You'll be holding it longer and you'll be letting the trade work out, which maybe will end up in your favor. Now, with all that said, I want to level your guys' expectations. With this strategy, you're not going to be making those Wall Street bet type tendies. What you can do with this strategy is make large percentage point gains. Maybe not the largest dollar amount, but definitely some crazy percentage point gains. Since you're going to be holding these contracts and you'll be more comfortable holding them in a longer period of time, if Boeing in that example was to get to $130, you can be making those 1,000 percentage point gains, which really is what you should be chasing after instead of those dollar amounts. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video about the risk management strategy that I take when it comes to trading options. I would definitely consider myself a little bit more conservative when it does come to trading options. Please remember that this strategy is just my personal tips. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial professional. Everything you see in this video is for entertainment purposes only. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel before 5,000 so that you can get in that PS5 or Xbox One Series X giveaway. And also join the Discord chat. We have 150 members in there, some really great traders, and I post all of my trades live in there. So guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.